ESPN presents Super Tuesday tonight from Bud Walton Arena in Fayetteville, Arkansas. The LSU Tigers face the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Arkansas was hog wild for 5 weeks as the #1 team in the country. A relentless pressuring defense is their trademark as they disrupt and frustrate the opposition. But Saturday at Alabama, the Hogs could not get the ball to fall through the hoop. And they are #1 no more. Tonight, the Razorbacks are squealing mad, and the LSU Tigers might be hog fodder on ESPN Super Tuesday. Not a person seated in Bud Walton Arena. It'll be close to 20,000 here tonight in Fayetteville for 4th-ranked Arkansas against the Tigers of LSU as we continue our Super Tuesday. Let's check our McDonald's starting lineups. First for LSU, Gibson, Titus, Burns, Brandon, and Clarence Caesar, who's been on fire lately. Larry?
I want to tell you, Brett, he's absolutely playing out of his mind. 28-point back-to-back games.
And Dale Brown with 410 victories in now his 22nd season at LSU. For the Razorbacks of Nolan Richardson at 10-1. Here's how the lineup looks. Thurman, Williamson, Wilson, Crawford. Corey Beck's the guy that runs it at the point. He leads the club in assists. And Nolan Richardson trying to win his 200th game as head man of the Razorbacks.
Got an interesting contest here tonight. We've got two clubs, really the two leading defensive teams, not from a shooting percentage standpoint, but as far as steals and what they're able to do on the floor, these two clubs are absolutely astounding at stealing the basketball, ranking 1 and 2 in the SEC, and they're pretty good three-point shooters.
That they are, and we'll see that relentless pressure all night long, too, from the defense of Arkansas. That is their trademark.
Dale Brown said he'd open up man-to-man and play mostly man-to-man tonight, and that's the way the Tigers have opened up this game.
They work it around the perimeter. The pass in low to Williamson. He's doubled. And back out to Corey Beck. Beck walks before the shot.
Pretty good, interesting matchup down on the inside. I think Lanier Burns at 6'7", 230 really matches up well with Williamson. Williamson, a strong bull-like player inside for Arkansas, and he's been very effective in there.
Here's the full court pressure. Trying to get the half-court trap. And it's always nice to get that first one out of the way if you're LSU or any team playing Arkansas.
Well, you got to be concerned because they come from behind so well and slapping the ball away. Arkansas, from a defensive standpoint, as good in their half-court defense as they are in their full court. Right now they're in a zone matchup.
Titus and Brandon have handled it out on top, and we're down to 3 on the shot clock. Knocked away beautifully by Thurman from behind. And 1 second, all that's left on the shot clock.
You see real quickly, they've got 1 second left. A good block right here from behind by Scotty Thurman.
They're just going to have to touch it and put it up. There's the touch, there's the shot, and at least they got it away. Caesar missed it, down court Williamson, too deep. Tried to knock it back off Caesar, and LSU comes the other way. LSU got the quick shot that time, and they'll also get the ball out of bounds.
There's a man who's done a remarkable job for these Arkansas Razorbacks.
No score, 1:20 in to the action.
Watch the 2-3 matchup again by Arkansas. That's the man they've got to guard.
Caesar's missed twice from the same spot, and there's going to be a push-off on Gibson, trying to get position for the rebound.
It's not a very big LSU team, Brad. They actually, 6'7" is the biggest guy they've got. They go 6'7", 6'7", 6'6", 6'5", and 6'4" in their starting lineup. But they match up pretty well with Arkansas. With Williamson inside and Burns, who's about the same size and weight.
Brandon played for the steal. Beck lobs underneath, and 3 trips down court and 3 turnovers for the Razorbacks, who were #1 in the country this time a week ago. But a loss to Alabama over the weekend in SEC play not only has knocked them from the top spot in the conference, but of course the national polls as well, with Carolina and Duke 1 and 2 now.
From what I've been told, it was a very ugly basketball game. We had 42 turnovers in the game, and neither club shot above 36%.
We're going to have some turnovers tonight, too. Second of the night against LSU. Arkansas's got 3. And still, 2 minutes in, we look for points.
Jamie Brandon telling Brandon Titus, come and help me. I'm in trouble. LSU still in man-to-man.
Williamson trying to feed into Beck, knocked away, and it'll be Arkansas ball. Last touch by Brandon.
Good dish inside. Williamson makes a good pass, and he couldn't handle it. LSU's defense pretty good so far in the early going here. Arkansas is somewhat tentative tonight.
The Arkansas black bands on the jerseys are for the president's mother, Virginia Kelly, who of course passed away in the past week. And Bill Clinton is one of the biggest Arkansas Razorback fans in the world. If he's watching tonight, that's where he's got to be, because I guess he's somewhere in Europe. Caesar battles for the rebound. And they call a walk on Caesar. And Arkansas, with that defense, came to bury Caesar, not to praise him.
And Dale Brown was a little bit upset that he didn't get a foul for Caesar that time. He felt like his guy was pushed out of bounds. Arkansas very tough on that defense.
Finally, Wilson breaks the scoreless string that had reached over 2.5 minutes into this game.
Here's a 2-2-1 full court pressure by Arkansas. They try to trap you right at the midcourt line. Good handle that time. Titus got it to Caesar. I feel like I'm speaking in Romanesque tonight.
Outside, Brandon's long jumper for 3.
Good lob pass. Look at that terrific pass to Williamson. Scotty Thurman. Oh, the 2 sophomores pairing up right there. Gives you an idea how good they really are down the floor. Williamson very quick.
There's what you don't want to get into, is that trap right across half court, but they break it this time, and they get the shot underneath by Burns. But he draws a foul.
Pennsylvania team's played really well this year, giving Temple all they want tonight. Villanova with a win. Providence with a win over Rhode Island. Rick Barnes' club continues to play well. The Friars are very good in that Big East.
4-1 in conference play. Lanier Burns, senior forward. Averaging just under 11 points a game, has his first of the night.
Just a workhorse, you know. Once in a while you got to have a guy on the club that just goes out, doesn't receive any accolades, just goes out and does his job, and that's what Lanier Burns does. Not very good from the line, but pretty good on those 2.
Got them both. And LSU by a point again.
And LSU right back again with a man-to-man defense. Yeah, 2 good matchups left. With Jamie Brandon about the same size as Corey Beck. There's Caesar with another steal.
4th Arkansas turnover. And a foul to boot.
Brad, I'm absolutely amazed at how good Caesar is. I'm talking about Clarence Caesar on getting the basketball away from the other team. He's going to end up being LSU's all-time steal leader. Seems like every time I turn around, he's getting 4, 5, 6 steals a game.
He had 8 steals against Auburn. That is almost unheard of. And that just goes with 13 rebounds and 28 points in the same game. He was the SEC Player of the Week this past stretch of a couple of games. Gibson on the baseline. Got the touch to have it fall. 3-point LSU lead.
These 2 clubs have had some good games over the last couple of years. They had some good talent to talk about, too.
Well, both games last year relatively close. Arkansas took them both a year ago, but they're on the short end here as we've got a timeout with 15:51 to go in the first half. The home team down 3. 7-4 LSU. Brad Nessler and Larry Conley with you from Fayetteville. Bud Walton Arena, where the Razorbacks come in 10-1. Key wins over Missouri, Ole Miss, and Memphis State. And Larry, you and I saw them in all those games. But that loss to Alabama, of course, has put a little tarnish on the start. Robinson sidelined by injury with a stress fracture in the foot. Darnell Robinson, one of the best freshmen in the country.
I guess the key there is you don't want to play him if your name starts with M.
He should be back. maybe in the next week and a half to 2, though.
Brett, I had a chance at the shoot-around today to watch Darnell Robinson, and he was running and dribbling the basketball with the cast off. He looks like he might be able to come back next week. Of course, Nolan Richardson's going to make that decision. I know he'd like to have him back as soon as possible.
Caesar can't connect outside, and Wilson pulls off the rebound.
And that's the other good freshman, Lee Wilson. A couple of bookends. When they get those guys in there together, it's going to be tougher hogs.
And Wilson is considered the true low post player. There he is right now, low post and double team, but he walked before he got the shot away. And that is 6 turnovers in less than 5 minutes, and that's kind of rare for an Arkansas team. They force that many times, but they usually don't commit that many.
In that game against Alabama on Saturday, they had 20 turnovers. In fact, Corliss Williams committed 7 of them, so they haven't put that little bugaboo to rest yet.
They're on pace to do worse than that tonight. Trapping in the corner. Get it out to Titus. He'll try the jumper. Got his own rebound and scored it. Brandon with his first basket.
LSU's come play tonight.
Yeah, they really have.
You know, when you go inside, you expect this Arkansas team who's leading the Southeastern Conference in rebounding to be the club that goes up on the glass. Not so. Brandon Titus all over that one. Corliss Williamson just standing there watching.
Dwight Stewart's going to check in. Normally a starter, did not start tonight, and he'll bring that wide body in low for Arkansas. And Wilson will sit. Brandon Titus trying to cap a 3-point play. Sophomore. Misses the free throw. And it's LSU by 5. Hand check on Brandon. That'll be his first foul.
Beck a little bit quicker, I think, out front than Jamie Brandon. Made the nice move, and Brandon had to put the hand check right on the hip, and he got the call.
John Clougherty with the call. Gary Markham, Andre Patillo, the other 2 officials tonight. Packed house in Fayetteville. This place supposedly holds, what, 18,500, but they're averaging over 20,000 per home game, so don't call a fire marshal. Dwight Stewart got the 3.
He is absolutely amazing. I mean, the guy's 265, 270, and he walks out there and just bombs them with the guards.
You know, their game against Memphis State up at the Pyramid, it was a close game for a half, and because of his 3-point shooting, he had 4 of them in that second half. That really, for all practical purposes, ended Memphis State's chance of an upset because Stewart was out there bombing away. Thurman will try one. Brandon with a rebound.
Most impressed with the Tigers' defense, at least at this point. Good steal by Corey Beck. Good defensive work that time by the guard. Look at the lead pass to Thurman. Great play.
Nice finish.
Beck to Thurman to Crawford. Good ball handling by the Razorbacks.
And we're even at 9. Caesar can't get the 3. Corey Beck all alone. Nobody trying to help out on the rebounds on that one for LSU.
Caesar can't buy one tonight.
And the blocking foul on the other end. He's a little bit frustrated by his offense not going well, and defensively, he picks up his first foul.
I wonder if Dale Brown's going to get him out of the lineup. Yeah, he is. You know what? That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
He's off to a bad start. Has not made a field goal yet, so he gets him out of the lineup, lets him sit over there for a couple of minutes, talks to him.
He was trapped in the press down there and had a turnover on the baseline, and from that point on, he really became frustrated. Probably a good coaching move, and Dale's still talking to him.
Getting a little confidence.
Corey Beck, 3. Williamson, great position. The strong man missed the stick back, but he drew a foul. LSU comes in 7-3, 1-1 in conference play, and they had a big win over Oklahoma State. They beat Texas, they beat Auburn. A 1-point loss to Florida. Losing to UCLA is certainly nothing to be ashamed of, but the Radford game is right now stuck in the LSU Tigers' craw. That was a quick time on the bench, just enough for the coach to have a chat with him, and he's back in there.
Brett, the reason is, Dale Brown really cannot afford to have him on the bench. They don't have very many players. I mean, they've got a total of, what, 10 guys on this trip right now. They got 5 sitting on the bench, 5 on the floor. He's got to have him out there playing.
And one of their sensational freshmen, Ronnie Henderson, is in there. And we'll look for him to try to light it up a little bit. He's their number 2 scorer. Titus with a jump stop and an air ball. Somebody might have gotten a piece of that. It might have been Crawford.
Yeah, I think it was Crawford. Got a little piece of the rubber. Look at Caesar with another steal.
Ahead to Henderson. There's his first 2.
You know, he and the guy Randy Livingston, who hurt his knee, were supposed to be the 2 best freshman guards in the country this year. Oh, how good are they going to be when they get those 2 guys in next year?
That's it, true. Williamson, sweet-looking turnaround jumper in the lane. 12-11 Arkansas.
Right, there were a lot of people around the country that felt Randy Livingston was really the best player. He and Jerry Stackhouse coming out of high school last year.
Henderson had that jumper rattle out. He is not shy about shooting, regardless of his freshman status, that's for sure. And they need him to be that way, actually. Arkansas got another turnover. That's 8 on the night against Nolan Richardson's Hogs.
One of the things Arkansas worked a lot on this week in their offensive practices was getting the ball inside out. They were getting a lot of points down inside, but oftentimes when it goes in there, it's like a black hole. You know, the guards like to see it come back out once in a while, particularly when the defense collapses and the ball hadn't been coming out. That time, Williamson tried to get it back out to Stewart. The ball goes out of bounds, another turnover for Arkansas.
Ray Biggers is checked into the Arkansas lineup. Caesar going to try it till he gets it right. First points of the night for Clarence.
Oh, Crawford with a good quick move and a hand check by Owens, a hold.
Owens with his first foul. He just checked in.
A lot of fans who watch Southeastern Conference basketball might be wondering where McDaniels is, and we'll talk about it when we come back.
Well, a good start for LSU on the road, 14-12. They've led by as many as 5 in this one, but Arkansas, all kinds of turnovers, Larry's really been their downfall so far.
They've had 8 so far in this basketball game, and this is a club really that when you look at turnovers, they force more than they give. In fact, the turnover margin, they actually lead the SEC with a 6.5 margin. You can see it right there. Well, I'll tell you what, Woody Fryman's right on top, isn't it? I mean, you get ready to say something, he throws up exactly what you're thinking. It's scary. He's reading your mind.
We've got 11:53 to go first half. Arkansas with a chance to tie it up or take the lead if they hit a 3. Thurman almost did take a 3. The 2-pointer won't go. And last touch by Jamie Brandon.
Yeah, Brett, I saw Arkansas play a lot last year, and Scotty Thurman's not shooting the ball with the confidence that he was last year. I don't know whether it was the presence of Dillard coming in and getting so many threes early, taking away some of that limelight, or whether, and let's see, that one was short too.
Yep.
He just tried 2 shots in a row, and both of them were short.
Try another one,
Third
Scotty.
time?
Got it.
Yes. Thank you, Scotty. It's nice to talk about a guy, and he shows up right when you need him.
That one was right in our line of fire, and I knew that one was going. When it left his hand, it was nothing but net.
Well, maybe that'll give the young man some confidence.
15-14. Razorbacks by 1. Henderson, the freshman, he buries a 3.
Was he going to be a terrific player?
Averaged 33 a game as a high school senior.
He runs the floor so well. Interesting that Dale Brown set him down the other day, and I'll tell you about that when they go to the offensive end. Watch Stewart trying to get it inside. LSU doing a nice job with their man-to-man defense. Good switches. Look at the switch.
15 on the shot clock. Beck, an off-balance shot, ill-advised, taken by Burns.
Boy, Andre Owens made a nice switch on Beck that time. Didn't commit the foul, and they got another turnover. They're 9th.
Caesar almost threw that right to Thurman. Henderson lets it fly. Got another one. Ronnie Henderson off the bench and has 8 points already, and LSU back in front by 5.
Out of the state of Mississippi, he can shoot the basketball. They had another one come out of the state of Mississippi. He shot it pretty well for him by the name of Chris Jackson.
Stewart doesn't get it. Brandon pulls off the board.
Watch Brandon push the ball. I said he had to do everything. He just did.
Ronnie got fouled as he let go of that one. The officials didn't see it on the follow-through. He got tagged pretty well. And now there will be a foul.
Foul was charged to Lanier Burns.
On Lanier Burns, his first.
Foul number 6 for the Tigers.
Excuse me, that's Burns' second foul.
Replacing Jamie Brandon. And Arkansas,
Sean Gibson checks back in, and here comes the crowd favorite. I got to admit, it's one of my favorites, too. Alex Dillard has checked in.
I mean, this guy launches ICBMs. I mean, they go long, long distances.
Watch him warm up at practice. He comes out by the pig's snout out here, and that's about the shortest shot he'll shoot. Or the hog's tail, which is where Beck has it now.
Ronnie Henderson now with the responsibility to shut Thurman down. Burns out on Stewart.
Biggers, he'll try a three. Got his own rebound. Henderson will pull off the miss. And LSU is going to push it a little. Henderson really wants the ball, even though he missed his last shot. Caesar, that's his spot.
Oh, he's got it back. He missed the first 3 or 4, but he's got it in gear now.
That's right, exactly. Missed 3 from that spot, and he's hit the last 2. 23-15. Dillard got his man in the air, took the short shot for him. You won't see too many 15-footers from Al Dillard. Owens will pull up and bury one.
Boy, LSU really under control and playing a terrific basketball game.
Time for a timeout for Arkansas. Nolan Richardson's seen enough. 8:53 to go in the half. LSU surprising Arkansas by 10. Last March, 9,600 Arkansas fans crammed into Barnhill Arena for the final time against LSU. And the Tigers' Jamie Brandon had 23 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. But it was hog heaven for the faithful as freshman Corliss Williamson worked inside for 19 big points. And the Razorbacks closed Old Barnhill with another win after 38 years. And a lot of great memories from that facility, and this one will have more over its 38-year run, I'm sure. Twice as many fans packed in here. You still can't get a ticket. Forget about it. Dillard again will work for a shorter baseline jumper, and I'm telling you what, he can shoot better outside the arc than he can inside. And a foul after the rebound.
Dillard having difficulty right on the baseline. Those were 2 shots, pretty makeable shots right on the baseline there, and they couldn't convert either one of them. Arkansas really struggling with their shooting tonight. LSU has not. I'll tell you what, they've been really under control the first 10 minutes of this game. I've been most impressed with what Dale Brown and his game plan have done to the Razorbacks.
In the last 4-minute stretch or close to it, as you just saw, a tremendous run of 14-3 to put them up in double figures by 10.
Arkansas needs to turn that defense up. They've got such great pressure defense, and it hasn't been there.
Remont's doing a nice job on Caesar. He's fresh into the Arkansas lineup. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Henderson might be the guy if they can get it to him. No, Owens will take it. Came up short. And it'll be LSU with a fresh 35 and the basketball.
Big break that time for LSU. Tibor Remack not able to hang on to the basketball, and now they get a fresh 35. And Brandon with a good kick-out pass.
Henderson tries the other baseline and can't get it. Burns in close.
Boy, LSU is really taking it to him on the offensive end. A lot of stickbacks, and this Arkansas crowd is upset. Somewhat in shock, I might add, too.
In the paint, Corey Beck's first field goal.
He has no fear. He'll take the ball inside. He's one of those guards at 6'2", will go in with a tall timber and play in there.
Nice drive by Brandon, a little bit out of control maybe. Did they call a foul on Brandon? Yes. Well, he went strong, I'll say that much for him. That's going to be Jamie's second foul.
Well, when you're 6'4" and 220, you got a little bit of a train load going down that baseline.
That's right.
I talked to Dale Brown yesterday at their practice. He told me, he says, you know, I really like this team. He says, I've had better talent in the past, but he said, these guys really come out and work hard every day.
But he seems to get better records out of teams that don't have as good a talent. Stewart was quite a move on the baseline, but they will take it away. As you can see, LSU shooting well from both outside the arc and overall. And a foul either on Williamson or Crawford.
Jamie Brandon tried to make a cut over a screen that time, and the reason he couldn't make it was because he was carrying 190 pounds of Crawford on his back.
They don't mind 190 pounds of crawfish at LSU, but not Crawford.
Oh,
so.
Very good. Oh, outstanding.
7 minutes left in the half. It's been a long day, Larry.
At least you ended up in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
That's right. I made the right state anyway. 10-point LSU lead. And Burns in close.
LSU's playing a perfect half of basketball.
Stewart for 3.
There it is. That's the man they need to crank it up.
They got to put him out at the point and let him shoot it.
Well, they got so many three-point threats out there. I mean, he's just one of many. Thurman, McDaniel, Crawford.
Henderson, great lead for Burns. And a blocking foul underneath on Beck. And Burns gives him a pat on the backside as if to say, well, they probably could have called that either way, Corey.
Let's watch this again. As you go up top, oh, that's a nice shot right there from down low. You can see that Beck really didn't have the position, at least in the official's opinion, he didn't. Here's Corey Beck. You know, I really think he's one of those unsung guards in the Arkansas team and really in the SEC. He does so many things for this club. Right now he's going to sit down and take a little breather. I think he's really a good, complete all-around player. In fact, a lot of people said that he was the second best player coming out of Memphis his high school year, with Anthony Hardaway being the best.
Yeah. Burns misses the free throw, and that puts Clint McDaniel in the lineup.
Take a look right here. You see the move down inside. Look at that great pass. Oh, yeah, Beck moved underneath of him.
Clint McDaniel back in the lineup. You're going to talk about him, Larry. Normally a starter at the guard position for Arkansas. He's in there now.
Well, there he is handling the basketball. He's got tendonitis in his knees and has really struggled. Didn't practice the last couple of days. Nolan Richardson wanted him out there. Tonight they started Roger Crawford in his place. And really, Brad, he's the best defender they have on the ball. I talked a lot about him in the first 2 telecasts we've had of Arkansas, but he is really their best defender, and they need him out there desperately on the defensive end.
One of the captains of the team. Dwight Stewart, here's the best shooter of the night so far. Along with Ronnie Henderson of LSU. Only Dwight's 6'9", and we don't give his weight. Better from outside the three-point circle than he is from the free throw line.
See McDaniel on the ball. Look at that pressure. Now the pressure comes when McDaniel enters the game. They're a different club. See, they get a turnover.
Williamson finishes it.
Brad, I'm telling you, that's exactly what they need. Look at McDaniel. He's on him again. All over him. Look at this. See, it's that defensive pressure they want. They get it when they get McDaniel in the game. Another turnover.
Thurman ahead. Crawford on the run. And he walked with it. If Clint McDaniel's got a bad knee, I want 2 of them to go.
Take a look at it again. He enters the game, and immediately Arkansas gets 2 steals, 1 basket, almost another one, but a traveling call nullifies the basket. Corliss Williamson, big time. Incoming.
30-22. 12-point lead cut to 8. Caesar tries a 3, and Thurman clears it off for the Razorbacks, and they'll push it.
Oh, he has ignited this club. Good pass by Crawford.
Stewart leaves it for Williamson. Great pass by Stewart. He had a chance to go in and try to bury that one himself, but he saw Williamson alone, and it's down to 6. And even in Europe, Bill Clinton might hear the crowd now. Blocking foul on McDaniel.
You got to give him credit. I'm telling you, he has ignited this basketball team. He's put him back in this game. A very lethargic Arkansas team tonight, and Nolan Richardson reached down on his bench and grabbed Clint McDaniel, and he's jumped in here and really caused some excitement for this club.
Sean Gibson will go to the free throw line. Senior out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. One of 2 players from Hiwassee Junior College. Sean's got his 3rd point of the night. Second one rolled around and drops. 32-24, LSU by 8. We've got under 5 minutes to go first half. Thurman for 3. Yes. Down to 5.
Now the pressure again by McDaniel out top. Switch right now. Jamie Brandon's got Stewart. He can take him. Gives the ball up. They need to take that advantage right there. Brandon much quicker than Stewart. They need to clear out here for him.
He knows it, but the rest of his teammates know. 8 on the shot clock. Caesar 3, in and out. Kept alive by Gibson, and now it's Brandon who misses from outside. Stewart might have gotten away with a walk, with a tip in by Williamson. And then it was 3.
The defense has galvanized the offense. And this crowd.
A 14-5 run. Henderson tries to squelch it and can't. Gibson, nice spin move inside. Just getting the rebound was nice. And the referee's telling the Arkansas bench to get off the floor. They didn't like the call. Brad Nessler and Larry Conley with you from Bud Walton Arena in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where it is a 3-point game when once it was 12 in LSU's favor. They led 27-15.
You know, I don't want to continue to lay all the goodness on the interest of McDaniel into the game, but there wasn't much going on until he entered that basketball game.
And now he limps out. I liked how he ran all over the place out there. Now he heads to the bench with a little hitch in it. He didn't have a hitch in it when he was out there chasing the ball around.
I asked him about his knees today. He said he ices them every day. In fact, he came out in the shoot around today and they just walked out from the trainer's room.
And Gibson perfect from the free throw line. 6 points for the game, and he gives LSU a 5-point advantage.
Don't play with the ball. Sooner or later, we're gonna come over to steal. You know, if I was to attend University of Arkansas and then transfer, and I'll transfer to another school, I know how to play against Arkansas, I'll tell them, if you have the ball, and as soon as you get it, right then when you get it, you should know what you're gonna do at that time. Because you got to think, something bad's gonna happen.
If you've got to think too hard, something bad's going to happen. Al Dillard talking about the pressure that Arkansas will put on you. And they have done that to get right back in this game. Not that you ever doubted they would get back in it, but they trailed by 12 at one point, now down 5.
You know, it's really the voice of wisdom speaking. He's 25 years old, close to Social Security, I think just a couple of days away.
Williamson leaves it for Thurman. Scotty's going to try a finger roll, a little short. 3-on-1 for LSU. And broken up. Nice hustle by Biggers.
LSU tried to put their numbers to good advantage that time, and Biggers with good hustle from behind. Arkansas team never gives up. They will push you on defense. If they're not in front of you, you got to be ever alert to their slipping in from the backside.
Titus, Owens, Gibson, Burns, and Caesar, the 5 on the floor for LSU.
And Arkansas back into that 2-3 zone. A little bit of a matchup. LSU continues to work this right side.
The opening for Caesar. 3 doesn't go, but kept alive by Titus, and he'll get a shot at it. Paid off to get the rebound. He got the feed and the basket.
Offensive rebounding by LSU has been terrific here in the first half. They've been able to capitalize on, I can remember 3 stick backs that I can bring back to memory.
36-29 Tigers. Thurman got away in close, and a little bit too much pressure on that one off the glass.
Arkansas has had some tough luck on some inside shots.
Sure have.
3 of them roll out. Now Arkansas back into a man-to-man. Nolan Richardson changing defenses a little bit.
Caesar doubled. Gets it in the paint to Burns. Puts it up with a right hand, and it goes in. That was a tough shot. Changed hands a couple of times. It's back to a 9-point lead. We've only got 2 minutes left first half.
Somebody's holding somebody in there. I don't know who got it. Was it Gibson that got it? Yeah, it was Gibson.
That'll be his second. We're just 2 minutes away from the Delta Faucet halftime report. The BCA with an update on the reaction to Nolan Richardson, Mike Jarvis, and other coaches, scores and highlights. John and Clark will be along to talk about all that and more in about 2 minutes and 1 second. Scotty Thurman, who almost lost those baggy drawers trying to make a play to the hoop. Gibson had a hold of him. You can grab those pants. I mean, there's a lot to grab.
Let me tell you what, Dwight Stewart, as big as he is, he's got enough there for 4 teams. There's enough material and uniforms for 4 teams there.
Look at those things. There's some teams around college. Michigan, Georgia Tech, and Arkansas, I think, are the 3 baggiest I've seen so far this year. Scott got them both. He has 8. And the lead's down to 7. But this has been a brilliantly played first half by LSU, and it continues as Owens drains it.
Oh, nice, too. You know who was on him? McDaniel was on him the whole way. Came in the game, step for step, and he still got the shot in.
Dillard circling around on the baseline. They'll try to get him an opening. In and out. Loose ball. Bouncing around like a soccer ball. And it'll be Arkansas basketball. The game that preceded us, 11th ranked Indiana, got a scare from Iowa. It seems like Iowa does that to a lot of people who can't hang on at the end. Temple wins. All the rest of the scores coming up in a minute and a half. Arkansas has missed its last 5 shots.
Good job defensively that time by LSU. Sean Gibson all over Thurman out front. Did Caesar get caught? Yep, he got caught.
That's going to be a cheap third one that he didn't need before halftime, and you would think Dale Brown might have to get him out of there right now.
You know, when you have that many steals, you're going to gamble a lot on defense. And he does gamble a lot on defense. He's going to have to go to that bench right now. I'm sure Dale Brown's going to get him out of there.
He'll send in the freshman Ronnie Henderson, so he doesn't lose really any spark offensively.
What he loses is defensively and also in size. I mean, Henderson at 6'4". You got Caesar at 6'7", and playing so well. 2 great games. One against Florida, one against Auburn.
Clarence still with a frown on his face. He knows that had he played that just a little smoother, he wouldn't have picked up his 3rd foul, and he might have gotten a steal to boot. As it is, he sends Dwight Stewart to the free throw line, where the big fella missed his first attempt from the stripe.
Interesting to see Rodchenko in the lineup. Roman, Cherkrosky, the Ukraine. We're in an exchange program right now.
That's right. I let you handle all of that.
Let President Clinton over here, and we brought him over here.
Dwight got them both. 40-33. The final minute 15 first half. And now you can just see Arkansas trying to turn up the pressure defensively and force an LSU turnover. Try to get this thing a little bit closer before halftime.
Gibson handling the ball against Stewart. That's a pretty good matchup for LSU if they want to pull it out and run some clock.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. Thurman on Henderson. Ronnie will put it up over Thurman. And the rebound is Dillard's. And Alex will push it. Lobs underneath. Lobs off target, but got it back.
It did hit the rim, though, so they get a reset on the 35.
Stewart, 3. Rodchenko the rebound.
And Dale Brown instructing his troops to hold on to it. We don't want to go anywhere with it. They can have the last shot of this half if they take care of it.
I would think they'd try to free up Henderson.
See, they got Stewart out top here. This is a great matchup for LSU. Andre Owens handling the basketball. Stewart not used to playing out there defensively.
It's the game clock in the half. Shot put up by Owens. He drew a foul. And Dwight Stewart picks up his second.
That was a total mismatch right from the beginning, Brad. I mean, with Owens out front, Stewart not used to playing the defensive position out there that far from the basket. could have almost let Owens go, but what he needed to get was some help. He had no help on defense when the ball goes down the middle. You've got to converge on the ball.
So Owens will go to the line, and the Razorbacks should have one more opportunity to put one up before intermission. Two shots. Andre Owens, a 6'5" senior, another one of the Hiawassee Junior College players whose home is Winston-Salem.
That ball has rolled all around that rim tonight for LSU, and most of them have rolled in. Fighting Tigers have had a good first half.
They sure have. And LSU back on defense to try to prevent the final three-pointer coming up from Alex Dillard. Off the mark just by a bit. And a nice first half of play, as Larry said, by the Tigers of LSU on the road, surprising fourth-ranked Arkansas. Halftime in Fayetteville at Bud Walton Arena in Arkansas on the short end, and you don't say that very often. 42-33, a remarkable first half, Larry Conley, by LSU, as they were trailing 15-14, went on a sensational run, and it could have been worse if Arkansas's defense wouldn't have showed up late in the half.
Well, LSU really did a terrific job getting back and not allowing Arkansas to get easy baskets. In fact, we'll take a look and show you right here some of what they were able to accomplish. Take a look at the defense right here. You've got 5 players for LSU in retreat, full retreat, getting back on defense. Now, as we roll it forward and you see Corliss Williamson with the basketball, you'll see him come here with the basketball up top. And as he moves to the midcourt line, now, right here, hold it right there. Look at Clarence Caesar in great position to step up into the passing lane right there. And when he does, the interception, the steal, they get it to the other end. A basket for LSU on the steal and turnover.
Set to start the second half. 42-33. Arkansas late coming out of the locker room, but yet anxious to get on the floor, Larry.
Well, they were a little slow. I think maybe Nolan Richardson may have had a little longer sermon at halftime than he usually gives.
I think you're exactly right.
Very important for Arkansas to establish some sort of dominance here at the beginning of the second half to get back in this game. They cannot allow LSU to continue to dominate this game. LSU obviously on the other end looking for a basket and a good fresh start for the second half.
Burns works against Stewart. Down he goes, and they just call it a lost ball. It's only the 7th LSU turnover. As you take a look, they had 6 in the first half and 10 for Arkansas. And there's the shooting percentage. Neither team particularly hot. And the bench scoring helped LSU, as their guards, especially off the bench, did a remarkable job. Henderson was really one of the spark plugs, the freshman.
Reserves 14 points on that guard scoring.
Dwight Stewart really wanted to take that 3 and decided to try to pack it into Williamson.
That's the work that Arkansas was concentrating on this week. Williamson trying to get it to Beck, the inside-outside game, and Beck took it right into the middle.
Titus worked himself right into a hole and shouldn't have. And the possession arrow goes Arkansas's way on the jump ball.
That's that defensive pressure that the Arkansas Razorbacks are famous for. They got a trap right where they wanted it. Arkansas with a good start. A basket and now a turnover from LSU.
Almost gave it right back. In fact, they will. Crawford points to himself as if to say, Coach, I just made a bad play all around there. Tried to throw it over the defense and then fouled afterward.
One of the things Arkansas is so famous for with that trap, they get you right down in that corner. Crawford did a nice job on the tie-up. Beck wants to travel, but they gave it right back to LSU. Well, look at Beck stay right with him. Jamie Brandon trying to shake him, and he couldn't do it. Brandon again's got Beck on top. LSU started this game with a very methodical, very controlled offensive pattern. Doing the same thing this half.
Down to 7 on the shot clock. Caesar over Williamson. Short. That was not the best shot. To work 30 seconds and get that shot was no good. Crawford.
Oh, what an ill-advised foul that was. I think Caesar just picked up his 4th.
Yep. Missed a shot on the other end, came back and made one of his defensive snafus. That's a couple cheap fouls, and he didn't need this one, that's for sure.
Look at that. Ball never hit the floor. It never hit the floor. Thurman to Williamson to Crawford. the basket, the foul.
Timeout. 18:15 to go, and Arkansas has come storming back. They trail by 5. 32-37. LSU a 5-point lead. 18:15 to go, and Clarence Caesar on the bench with 4 personal fouls.
Brad, there's never a good time to commit your 4th personal foul, but when you come out of the locker room to start the second half, and you're the guy that's been helping your club forge a very tenuous lead, you don't want to go to that bench and have to sit for 8 to 10 minutes, and that's what Clarence Caesar is going to have to do.
Crawford trying to finish off the 3-point play and does. 5 straight points to open the second half.
Now the man-to-man pressure. You see Beck on Gibson out front. Make that Owens out front.
Rubchenko kicks it back to Brandon, and you can see the intensity pick up on Arkansas's defensive end again. Brandon. Possession arrow LSU's this time. 2 guys going up strong for a rebound and come hammering to the floor together.
That old adage about keeping your head when all those around you are losing theirs. I think that maybe is what's beginning to happen right now for LSU. They really need to keep it together. Arkansas with a good zone half-court trap. See Beck come up, Crawford come up.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. Rubchenko, the left hand doesn't get it. Arkansas ball.
You can feel that lead begin to dissipate. Arkansas gaining in confidence with every trip. LSU man-to-man. Rubchenko's got Williamson. Now the switch. Burns has got him inside. Good double down by Gibson. Good kick out. Arkansas moving the ball.
17 minutes to play. LSU had the 9-point halftime lead. That's been cut down to 4, and Arkansas trying to cut further into it. And we're going to have a foul on the baseline on Burns. That'll be his 3rd. So some of the big guys in trouble for LSU.
Corliss Williamson is so adept at doing so many things offensively. That time he turned, faced up, did a little crossover, and went to the baseline. No way Burns could stay with him.
Scotty Thurman, 3, got it.
He's got it back, and Arkansas is back.
A little too aggressive by Crawford on defense. You get anxious, you try to make something happen because it has helped them come storming out of the blocks to the tune of 8 straight points to open this half. Henderson will check in for LSU.
He had a good first half. Shot the ball well. What a place to put a freshman, huh?
I guess so.
Andre Owens having to run the point right now. They've got Henderson and Jamie Brandon working the wings. It's a very small lineup LSU has on the floor right now.
3.5 minutes into the half. LSU looking for their first second half basket. They still don't get it, and turnover instead. Crawford, they're going to say last touch by Owens.
Let's go back and take a look again at regular speed coming back. Watch the pass right here. Good defensive play. Look at Corliss Williamson. The lob. The foot race. Won by Arkansas. Crawford will get it back.
Thurman for the lead. That one comes off. And Beck keeps it alive. Gibson with the block, but the foul as Williamson went up strong.
The leading assist guy on this Arkansas team is that man, Corey Beck, right there in the center of your screen. He makes a terrific play to grab this ball. The quick hands, the quick thinking. Corey Beck looks up, boom, quick pass. Williamson, the foul. Good look by Corey Beck. Really like the way this young man plays. Lost about 20 pounds, slimmed down a little bit. He's a svelte 190 right now.
And here's a packed 6'7" sophomore coming to the free throw line. Corliss Williamson. Williamson may have some blood on his trunks or his uniform, and that will get him out of the lineup. And he was set to go to the free throw line. So they're going to try to get the blood out of Corliss' uniform, and we'll have time to remind you that number 2 Duke takes on Wake Forest on Thursday in ACC action. And then number 19 California, number 6 Arizona from the Pac-10 will clash at 9:30. That's a doubleheader coming up Thursday night on ESPN.
You don't think that perhaps an LSU player might have gotten a bloody nose and maybe just maybe wiped it on his uniform, you think?
And Dillard comes in to shoot the free throws. And believe it or not, that's the first point of the night for Alex Dillard. First 2 of the night. And Arkansas is in front, 43-42.
Been a long climb up that hill, but they're there now. LSU needs to get under control. Arkansas doesn't want to let them. They want to keep that pressure on them. Oh, Owens with a tough one. A runner from 8 feet.
He's got 8 points, and that quiets the crowd.
LSU still playing that man-to-man defense.
Dillard had that one blocked. Stewart pulls it out of midair.
I think he stepped on the line.
Stepped on the line. Yeah. He did. And Williamson set to check back in. And Dillard will sit down.
Might be the best high school player that ever played in the state of Arkansas. Ever. A lot of people think so.
Henderson for 3. And Williamson, who just checked back in, pulls off the board.
LSU not getting on that offensive glass like they were in the first half. Arkansas beginning to dominate off of the backboard. Nice kick out pass.
McDaniel.
Yeah, now that's the thing Arkansas did well this week. In practice, working on getting the inside out pass. Williamson with a good delivery of the pass.
Hasn't shot all night and just nailed a 3. And a steal. Beck puts it up, drew a foul. LSU getting careless, and it's because of that Arkansas pressure.
When you start to come after a team in the Bud Walton Arena the way Arkansas does, they come at you with full fury. Dale Brown realizing that, thinking right now, how long am I going to keep Clarence Caesar on this bench? It's a difficult decision because right now everything is going Arkansas's way. There's Clarence Caesar, the man who committed his 4th foul about 2 minutes into the second half, and they need his presence on that floor.
Corey Beck to the free throw line. It's been all Razorbacks for 5 minutes. .6'2" junior out of Memphis. Missed the second. But it's a 3-point Arkansas lead. They haven't been able to say that in a long time in this ball game. I think 15-12 was their last 3-point lead.
Boy, Beck did a terrific job on Owens. I mean, he was body to body on him.
Henderson, that's tough inside.
Oh, he got it over McDaniel, their best defender. A good post-up move.
McDaniel will try another 3 and got another one.
On a good screen from Scotty Thurman. Arkansas running that offense now and getting those shots to drop for them.
See some other scores around the country. The score here has changed dramatically at Bud Walton Arena as Arkansas stayed in that locker room a little bit longer at halftime, and when they came out, they meant business. Williamson the rebound.
LSU getting no second shots. They got to count on that shot going in. Arkansas climbing everything.
Williamson 7 boards to go with his 11 points. They go inside to him. Nice hook pass to Stewart.
Great pass. Corliss Williamson looked up, double team, knew somebody was open. It was Stewart on the other side.
Henderson knifes the lane again. This time he doesn't get it, but he does draw the foul. Scotty Thurman picks it up.
Sign of a great player right here. When you get double teamed, the recognition of the double team. He sees two shirts. Yeah, I know where my man is. Dwight Stewart standing there wide open. He says, thank you.
You meant he saw two of Dwight's shirts or just two shirts? Ronnie Henderson will go to the free throw line.
Easy target to see, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to miss Dwight. Here's Henderson, 10 tonight, averaging over 15. He is a smooth-looking freshman. All-American, had a shoulder injury that sidelined a portion of his senior season last year, but the games he played in, as I mentioned, 32 per game. Biggers will check in. And Dwight Stewart will get a breather. 52-48. Arkansas by 4. Henderson pushing a little too much, trying to stay with Scotty Thurman. That's Ronnie's first foul.
You can see right there, Murrah High School has turned out some pretty good alumni. Ronnie Henderson went to LSU. Othello Harrington, presently at Georgetown. James Robinson with the Trailblazers, went to Alabama. And Lindsey Hunter, one of those names, folks, you're going to remember playing with the Detroit Pistons. Terrific player.
I'd like to get that group home for maybe a Christmas pickup game or something.
Yeah, I think the pickup games in Jackson, Mississippi probably are pretty good in the summer.
Scotty Thurman with a sweet move in the lane has given Arkansas again the lead by a half dozen. Ronnie Henderson never could find the handle, but the foul's going to be calling Crawford, and that'll be 4 on Roger Crawford. The second half, Arkansas has dominated this game, and the statistics prove it out. Look at that, 78%. LSU at 29. LSU was 44% the first half, and Arkansas was only 40. So when they came up and turned it up a notch, they really turned it up a couple notches, in fact.
But I really think this club gets excited and gets turned on when their defense is operating. When the defense goes, their offense seems to be much improved. Tonight, I think it was their defense that got them going, certainly in the first half, to keep them in the game, and the second half to get them rolling. And Jamie Brandon, terrific, ices the crowd.
Biggest shot of the second half for LSU right there. Cuts it to 3. Brandon's only got 2 field goals tonight. They are both trades. We're down to 12 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the ballgame. Williamson over Rubchenko. Doesn't go. McDaniel keeps it alive, and then Williamson tips it in. Chance for a 3-point play.
I think Burns might have hurt his ankle on this play. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's give you 2 shots at this. One from up above. Watch right here. The miss. The follow. Arkansas on the backboard. Watch Williamson go right back up. And there's Burns falling down. And you can see Williams going over him. Maybe we get a little bit better view of it from down here. Watch the good board work on the inside by Arkansas. The stick back, there's 34 in the hoop. He falls down and he goes right over Burns. Rubchenko says, I didn't get it done that time.
And Lanier Burns still on the deck. And remember, Clarence Caesar's been on the bench for most of this half with his 4 personal fouls, and you just can't lose guys like Caesar and Burns if you're LSU. And there's Clarence Caesar. Didn't take him long to pick up his 4th foul early in the second half. It's a vital game early in the SEC season with these 2 clubs tied in second place in the West with Mississippi State perfect. Florida and Georgia atop the East, and Georgia playing much better right now.
They beat a Kentucky team the other night in Athens, Georgia. Kentucky was 12 of 30 from the free throw line.
Not too bad a movement by Lanier Burns as he walked to the bench, and in comes Clarence Caesar, so the chance is being taken right now.
It's probably a pretty good move by Dale Brown. Hostile environment. You're on the road in the SEC against one of the top-ranked clubs in the country.
Can't wait forever.
Can't wait forever. That's right.
Corliss with 13 points to go with his 8 rebounds. Henderson way up high to put it off the glass, and he'll have a chance for a three-point
What
play.
a move, huh? How about that baseline move? Jackson, Mississippi, blow your trumpets. Boy, this guy is something. Look at this, Robchenko. A little uneasy with the basketball. Gets it to Henderson. Look at the lift. High off the glass. Ronnie Henderson. Well, Robchenko was lucky to get rid of that one. Look at the lift there by Henderson.
Young legs.
And the drum roll.
Ronnie Henderson caps off the three-point play. He's got 13 points. Beg your pardon, he's got 15 points. That leads all LSU scorers.
Williamson knows Caesar's got those 4 fouls. Does he take him? Yep. Now he's going to go back inside. Now they've got to switch. Brandon. Williamson wants it against Brandon.
The lob, a little bit too far for him, but he handles it and puts it in. Got his own, I guess you could call it a rebound almost. And then the turnover. And now about 20,000 screaming in LSU's ears as they've got a 5-point lead.
There's only one thing in my mind. You beat me, then I'm back where I started, but I start all over again. And so number one doesn't mean anything to me until March and April. Now, when we finish number one, that's more important. I just look at number one as a report card.
Well, they went from about a C+ to about an A-, and they are back 59-54. Arkansas in front by 5. Brad Nessler, Larry Conley at Bud Walton Arena, Fayetteville, Arkansas, where LSU had a 9-point halftime lead. Did they ever see it disintegrate in a hurry when we started the second half?
LSU had 6 turnovers at the half. They've got 11 right now. Arkansas had 12 or 10. They now have 12. So the turnovers much in favor of Arkansas. LSU goes to a zone.
McDaniel, he's been hot. That one rattled out on him.
You know, sometimes a change in defense like that, a subtle little move like going from man-to-man to zone, can unnerve a club.
Brandon got it to Robchenko. They have a couple words about which way to go with it. Arkansas's backcourt has picked up the pace. McDaniel with those couple of threes has helped with 14 now from their guards. Henderson, boy, he is going to be something before he's done.
He's sweet. Oh,
17 for the freshman. I like the looks of that kid.
And they got that Bayou Bingo coming in there, Randy Livingston from New Orleans next year. Oh, what a great backcourt. Huh?
Livingston has decided to redshirt. We mentioned him earlier. The knee injury suffered in July. He was a counselor at a basketball camp and had major knee surgery back first week of July. Steal by Henderson. Now let's see what he can do with it. Well, he picked it up, but they didn't call the travel.
You know, I thought that might have been a double dribble.
Either travel or double dribble, one of the two. Neither was called. A 1-point ball game. Williamson in low. When he gets it there, forget about it.
Robchenko turned and looked at the basket, and his ball hadn't even gone up yet.
Robchenko on the other end, and he's got his first basket.
And a nice delivery of the pass that time. Good look on the inside. They're doing a terrific job, LSU, staying in this game.
Almost the midway point of the second half. Super Tuesday here in the SEC, and we have got a 1-point ball game, and a turnover. Arkansas gives it back to the Tigers. 14 Arkansas turnovers. That'll make that guy have them running a little bit tomorrow. As if they wouldn't anyway. 2 practices I have a hard time going to. Arkansas and Kentucky's. I always feel like I'm going to lose my lunch just watching. It gets pretty intense sometimes. Brandon. That's going to be a charge. He never pulled up, and Corliss Williamson stood his ground. And Brandon has 3. So now Brandon with 3, Gibson with 3, Caesar with 4, and Burns with a bad ankle and 3 on the LSU bench. That bench isn't that deep to start with, as Larry Conley talked about earlier.
John Gibson now coming in the game for Jamie Brandon.
There's Livingston in the sport coat.
He's coaching.
Livingston. He's coaching. That's right. He's going to be a good one, too. A great score. Dillard way outside. Corliss Williamson the steal. Stewart the stop. Is Williamson doing it all or what?
Well, that was, again, the good look. Found his buddy, Dwight Stewart.
And a push Dwight Stewart on the other end picks up his third foul. A lot of hand check calls tonight. What was this about you being in a newspaper article down here about hand checks? Was it you?
I was talking about hand checking. In fact, around the country, and I was in an Arkansas game last week, and we were talking about hand checking. And I said the real good defensive clubs, like I think Arkansas is, you use your hands and you use them effectively. This Arkansas team is very good on defense. They're not the only club that hand checks. Everybody does. In fact, LSU had a couple in the first half.
Gibson pulls off Henderson's miss. His
you got to be famous for something, you know.
Beck all the way by himself. As Larry said, he's not afraid to go in with the big guys. He has 6. The lead back to 3 for Arkansas. Caesar.
Oh my goodness. What a way to tie the game up. That had to be that was beyond NBA range.
That was out their way. Dillard says, here's the answer. Oh, off the glass. I don't think Al called that one, but he'll take it. Those are 2 of the longest three-point shots you'll see this week, I'll tell you that much.
Maybe the year.
Stewart, quick hands, bats it away. And Burns, who was favoring that ankle, is doing so again. That one's going to be very sore in the morning.
He's been a good senior and a loyal troop for Dale Brown. Been around, played a lot of minutes. A sub, worked his way into the starting lineup this year. You can see him giving on that ankle a little bit.
3-point shots the last 2 trips down by each team, both from long range. How long? Look above. This is our Bud Walton cam up here. Look at this thing. Holy cow! That's 27 feet away. Four on the shot clock. Somebody's got to launch one. It's Owens. It did hit the front of the iron. Now Henderson right off the rebound.
A 3. 3 straight threes.
Henderson has 22 points.
What a night he's having.
68 apiece. Beck's great drive, the lead for Williamson.
Corey Beck again with another assist. He leads this club in assists, and he just got another one tonight.
And now Williamson has 20.
Caesar wants to keep it going.
They're going, where's Ronnie Henderson? Where's number 20? Now he's got Corey Beck all over it. Caesar, tough drive.
Is that it? That's going to be
That's it. They're going to call a charging foul on Caesar. He will be gone. Bill Brown's not too crazy about the call.
Well, this player-controlled foul is going to frustrate Dale Brown and Clarence Caesar. Watch the position right here. Tough to tell from that angle whether or not Williamson moved in. Maybe from this angle. Watch it again. Clarence Caesar with a move. Look at this. Now, you know what? He was moving, and he was already in the air. Tough call.
Tough night for Clarence Caesar. He's been the man, over 15 points a game. He leads with 9 and 4 rebounds, well below his averages. He's going to come out for one more chat with his troops. I'll tell him what to do the next 7 minutes, 28 seconds. Showing some nice leadership, the junior. And now the fans will boo him back to the bench. And there he goes. And Jamie Brandon will take his spot. So it's Brandon, Henderson, Owens, Burns, and Gibson on the floor for LSU. And Henderson's been the man, scoring-wise. Williamson, a 9-rebound, 20-point night, but he missed the free throw. Henderson standing there, and
he wants it. Look at it.
He wants it.
He's waving those fingers. Give me the ball.
Doesn't matter who he takes it over. He's just feeling it.
Oh, my goodness. He's got it. He's in a zone.
Give it to him. I don't care if he's 18 years old.
Did you see that move with the fingers? He says, give me the ball, give me the ball.
71-70, and a hush over the crowd here in Fayetteville. Under 7 minutes. Number 4 team in the country, once beaten by Alabama over the weekend. Could they be upset twice in a row?
Nice lob pass.
Williamson's got 22 points.
And Corey Beck delivered another assist. Williamson having a good game inside, but you got to compliment his friends too.
He is so strong down there.
Well, Brad, this has been an entertaining game, hasn't it? Some great individual efforts.
A great game on Super Tuesday, and Owens off the glass puts LSU right back in front by 1.
These Tigers will not give up. And Arkansas keeps putting the pressure on. Back to Williamson again. You can see the help inside by Andre Owens floating in there.
14th lead change in the ball game. Make it 15. Nope.
Well, they got a player control.
The basket is good. And the foul on Thurman. So we do have a lead change, and Arkansas has seesawed back in front by 1. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left in this one. And now the officials having a discussion about the foul and/or the shot being good. Get it all straightened out here. Both coaches are being told of the situation.
Obviously, the foul occurred after the shot had left his hand, so they're counting the goal.
There's the shot by Thurman off the glass, and apparently they called him with a push with the left hand. And so it's Arkansas by 1.
In a seesaw affair, Arkansas leading by 1. You see the time left in the second half. Watch Ronnie Henderson right here. In the move, he is strictly in the zone. That three-point play put LSU ahead temporarily. That's one of the freshmen. Here's another one, Randy Livingston. I said earlier, maybe one of the best players sitting on the bench this year. Arkansas's got one too, a guy by the name of Darnell Robinson. 2 of the best freshmen in the country, and they're both sitting out right now. Robinson should be back pretty soon to go with some other guys like Joe Smith at Maryland, Rashard Griffith at Wisconsin. So many good freshmen this year, and that guy right there, Ronnie Henderson's one of them.
A lot of the discussion after Thurman's shot, they called the player control foul after the shot, so they counted his basket good, but then you walk it to the other end, and the guy that he pushed off was indeed Lanier Burns, number 21, so the officials did a nice job with that. That's why Burns is at the free throw line. And we've got it all straightened out, I think, right?
They got it right.
They did, as they almost always do. 74-74, temporary tie. Burns with 10 on the night. Give them 11, and LSU back in front.
It's always nice to have upon review.
Under 6 minutes. With Larry Conley, I'm Brad Nessler, and about 20,000 people clad in red.
Seen a very entertaining game. Maybe not for them, but boy, it is for us.
Sure is. Everything we could have asked for. Scotty Thurman, baseline. That one was in, around, halfway down and out, and it's a 4-on-1 the other way. Henderson, who else? But he missed the reverse layup.
Trying to get too cute with it. Now Arkansas's got numbers. McDaniel says, we're going to pull it out. Scotty says, yeah, we're going up.
Three-pointer. Thurman missed back-to-back threes. And who's the foul on inside? It'll be on Burns. That'll be 4 on Lanier Burns. LSU in all kinds of foul trouble right now.
Watch Owens with the basketball right here, coming down against this Arkansas defense. Ooh, look away. Ronnie Henderson got a little too cute with that one. If he'd taken it up strong and protected the ball with his body, he had an easy 2, maybe 3.
Williamson has missed the front of a couple of free throws this half. That leaves LSU in front by 1. And you can actually see the upperclassmen looking to find number 20. You can't blame them.
They're going to look. McDaniel's got him.
Nice spin by Gibson. Didn't get the bucket, though, and the rebound, Scotty Thurman.
Good move. Didn't finish. Got to capitalize.
Beck slows it at the point.
Look at the spread in there. They're trying to get the ball inside to Stewart or Williamson. Williamson's open. I'd go there too. There's the double team. Yeah.
Stewart for the lead. In and out. They're going to call a foul on Henderson as Beck had position for the rebound. Caesar out with 5 fouls.
Brad, take a look right here at what's happening. You see the double team right here. 2 men down on the inside against Williamson. Now, he's going to look, but Stewart is going to pop out to the top. Now, watch what happens. See him go out. Williamson sees him. He goes out there, drops it in. Off the back of the rim, and the foul against LSU. You know, Stewart's gone both ways. He's gone inside, and Williamson's be able to get him the ball. And he also goes to the outside. A double threat.
Corey Beck. 8 points and 7 assists so far tonight. He had 7 assists in the first game last year against LSU. He had 12 of 16 from the line against Alabama over the weekend, where he got most of his points, and he gets 2 there. And he puts Arkansas in front.
LSU pretty patient with the basketball. They're going to have to start thinking about a shot.
Brandon, that was tough. He almost lost the handle going up, found it just in time to bury the jumper. Under 4 minutes, 77-76 LSU.
Stack offense for the Razorbacks down inside, a 1-4. Let's see if they float somebody across. Williamson wants the post position. He's got the pass.
There it is. As I said, it's automatic that close.
As Corey Beck delivering again. He's the mailman tonight.
Williamson with 24. The lead is Arkansas's by 1. Burns lost it. Bad time for their 14th turnover. 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Don't go away. It's a 1-point game.
Well, they've called the Hogs here in Fayetteville. This crowd is crazy. Watch Corliss Williamson right here. I want to show you something. Look at the position. Now the block. The pass always has to go to the outside hand. Very important. And that's exactly where Corey Beck delivers it. Outside hand, and that's where it ends up in the basket. Corliss Williamson with a nice catch and a better pass by Corey Beck.
Nice artwork, Lair.
Thank you so much. You know, this finger's getting sore.
3:20 left in the ball game. Arkansas leads LSU by 1, and they've got the ball.
LSU man-to-man defense. Boy, Williamson has been so tough inside. I don't believe I'd go away from him. I'd continue to look in there. Now Beck floats to the right. This is the place they want to go.
Remember, Burns has 4 fouls, too, and he's playing them. Stewart.
He got a 3. Yeah, he was waiting for that. He was loaded.
I don't know how he kept his body behind the line. That's all I don't know. Timeout LSU. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left. And now 4th-ranked Arkansas by 4. LSU and Arkansas both over the limit, but Arkansas shooting 2 the rest of the way, and the Hogs have the arrow in their favor as well. And they've got a packed house that has not taken a seat in a long time, and Elvis, at least, still thinks the Hogs are the top Hogs.
There was a great sign leading out tonight. One of the students at Arkansas had it. He showed to LSU that said, "Be afraid. Be very afraid."
LSU's probably a little afraid right now.
Smart move by Jamie Brandon. Don't force the issue. Find your opening. There's
Henderson. That one's off the mark. The follow nicely. And a foul to boot. Basket counts.
Well, that was a terrific follow down inside. Henderson again trying to get it back. It comes off of the rim. Look at the follow right here. Oh, strong move up and in by Sean Gibson. And the foul.
Foul after the shot. Foul was charged to Dwight Stewart, his 4th personal foul.
Stewart picks up his 4th. McDaniel back in. He's been the calming influence, it seems, tonight. He's hit a couple of big threes, too. White still jawing about that foul call.
You know, Stewart did not foul Gibson, who put the ball in. It was Lanier Burns who fouled.
So this is a golden opportunity for LSU to pick up a 4-point play, in essence, since Burns has done half of that with hitting the first one.
Well, what a big turnaround that is, huh?
Is that ever?
A follow up on a rebound, and now a chance to add another free throw to make it 4 points and tie this game.
Huge play right there. And a tie game at 81.
Let's see if LSU stays man-to-man. They do. You go back to Williamson. Beck wants to.
Especially with Burns with 4 fouls. Henderson defending Scotty Thurman. 15 on the shot clock. They want to get it to Williamson. Just that Burns is doing a nice job defending him. And we're down to 5 on the shot clock. Somebody's got to hoist one. Stewart looks up. He's going to be the man. Rebound LSU. A big one it is. And it's Andre Owens. LSU trying to pull an upset. We've got 1:35 left.
Big trick here.
Henderson had it knocked away from behind by Thurman, but it comes off to Gibson. Now Brandon in the paint, and he's fouled en route. They call it on Corey Beck.
Foul charge to Corey Beck, his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 9.
Last week, Arkansas on top with Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, and Kansas rounding out the top 5. And it changes this week with the ACC taking the number 1 and number 2 spots. Kansas now is 16-1 after their win last night. Arkansas in 4th and UCLA number 5.
Brad, think about these last 3 possessions. LSU gets a 4-point play to tie it. Arkansas can't beat the shot clock to get a good one. LSU comes back and gets 2 free throws from Jamie Brandon to perhaps give them a 2-point lead, at least a 1-point lead. So all 3 trips against Arkansas.
This is going to be a 6-0 run if Brandon hits this. LSU 17 of 20 from the free throw line. 6-point run it is. It was 81-77. Now it's 83-81 the other way.
Now they go man-to-man or zone. Dale Brown says, nope, we're going to go man-to-man.
They've got to get it in Williamson's hand.
They're jamming it back in there pretty good.
LSU knows that too.
Beck can't get his way across that lane.
Stewart from the baseline.
How about that one?
Tied at 83. Maybe Chris and Dan won't get Sports Center in a minute. They might have to wait. If the officials blew a whistle in here right now, you'd never hear it. Yes, you would. Oh, and the foul's on Owens. He pushed off after Beck forced the loose ball.
Go back and take a look. You make the call. McDaniel all over Andre Owens. Look at this. The reach, I think he got a lot of ball. Now there's the push with the right hand. That's what Andre Patillo saw.
That's a pretty good call.
I think so.
You know, Andre doesn't like it, but he didn't like losing the handle on the basketball either. And Clint McDaniel, whose only scorings come on a couple of 3-pointers tonight at the free throw line. Arkansas by 1. 39 seconds left.
No time to pay homage. LSU needs a basket.
They needed a rebound and got it. Oh, that was close.
I wonder if LSU might want to take a timeout and maybe get something said here.
25 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock, about a 4.5-second difference. I don't think they'll push it that far, but you never know.
Henderson's got it. Scotty Thurman's on him.
8 on the shot clock. Owens fading away. Rebound, Brandon. He's got to put it up. At the buzzer. No. Arkansas's won it. Arkansas survives the scare from LSU. What a game. Everybody should stand and cheer this one. Final score, 84-83 Arkansas. For Larry Conley and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long from Fayetteville.